I'm often asked, Steiny, what sport I like best, and I say, just like my kids, you can't answer that. But I'm being truthful on this day because I'm emotional. Baseball would be in the lead. But what it's done over time just with this sport and its rule changes, it's been embarrassing. It's been a slap in the face to the old school fans like myself. But what transpired the other day in regard to the Hall of Fame of who's in and who's not, it really struck a chord in me, and I just feel bad. This is bigger than Barry Bonds and Roger Clemens. But to me, the Baseball Hall of Fame is a story, a museum about the good, the bad, the ugly, because you have a little of the bad and a little of the ugly already in the hall for different reasons. It's not about character to me. It's about a story of the game. And to tell Barry Lamar Bonds, who if not one of the best hitters to ever do it, he's hit the most home runs. Roger Clemens, one of the best pitchers to ever do it. Alex Rodriguez, one of the highest paid, one of the most skilled at his position. Have they all made errors? Yes, but you got a museum full of guys that have made errors. And for them basically to get the middle finger and not be a part of the Hall of Shame, because that's what I'm calling it now, is the ultimate BS and example of hypocrisy. And I'm going to say this. You got Bud Selig he oversaw this whole steroid era, and his ass is in the Hall of Fame. Tony La Russa overlooked what was going on in Oakland. We saw you, Tony, and his ass is in the Hall of Fame, but you want to tell Barry and the rest of these guys that deserve to be in that they're not worthy. That hurt me. And I'm going to say this, and this is what bothers me. Baseball and sports and athletics is about what you did on the field, not whose ass you kissed. And I'm hearing too many people say because these dudes didn't do the whole dog and pony show with certain writers, that's why they're not in. I don't care about what you did off the field. Pete Rose, the player with the most hits, belongs in the Hall of Fame. I don't care about Pete Rose, the manager. And betting on baseball as a manager, last I checked, is not a crime. So these men perfected their craft and should be in the Hall of Fame. For good, for bad, they are part of the story. And it's just embarrassing that Dave Ortiz, Big Papi, I apologize to him, Steiny. I sent out a tweet. It wasn't his fault, but he is as dirty as the rest of them. But because he's on TV and part of the Good Old Boy Network, he's in first ballot, and he fell off and found the fountain of youth, which I know what it was, and it got his career, saved his career. For him to go in, Steiny, I don't want to live in a world where kiss ass will get you in the Hall of Fame and supersede what you did on the field. It's a shame what baseball is doing to allow Big Papi to go in the year that you tell Barry and Roger they're not worthy ever. That hurt me, Steiny.